Hey everybody, it's Jimmy from the DIY and Digital, and today I've got another edition of Dollar Store Model Railroad Finds. Welcome back everybody, and if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss any updates, including Dollar Store Model Railroad finds like this video. So today, as I said, we have our third edition of Dollar Store Model Railroad finds. If you haven't watched these videos before, I take $5 to the dollar store and I see what I can find from model railroading. So without further ado, let's get started. Our first item is foam brushes. That's right, foam brushes. These are very inexpensive brushes that you can use not just for model railroading, but for any sorts of arts and crafts. And because they're inexpensive and because they're meant to be disposable, you can go through a lot of them. So any place that you can find to get them for not very expensive is always a good thing. And I found this pack at the dollar store for $1. This is a mesh strainer. I found this in the cookware section of the dollar store, and if you watched my video on how to use real dirt on your model railroad, you saw me use a mesh strainer to sift the dirt into appropriate sized particles. So you can go find one of these, and they're very useful for evenly distributing scenery materials, especially grasses, ground foam, stuff like that. So this is a mesh strainer in the cookware section of the dollar store. Our next item is tiny little clothespins, and I found this in the craft section of the dollar store. Same place I found the reindeer moss from the first video and the black sand from the second video. These are really great for if you're gluing down figures or things that are going to be okay once the glue dries but need some help being propped up while they're drying. These are really good to clip onto figures, any sort of thing that's going to have a little bit of trouble balancing until the glue dries, just to support it. So that's a little trick also as well if you ever need to glue figures in place that just won't stand up on their own with the glue, is to use clothespins, and specifically these little bitty clothespins are right here in the craft section at the dollar store. Now this one is a little bit of an odd one, but when I saw it, I definitely saw a ton of applications for model railroading. There's a lot of little nooks and crannies on your model railroad that you can't see with the naked eye once you have the model railroad built. So this is a little tiny inspection mirror that telescopes out, and it's kind of like that dentist mirror that they use in your mouth, but I found this in the tool section, and it telescopes out and the mirror folds around to different angles, so you could use this to inspect certain areas of your track that's hard to reach, or scenery, or stuff like that. So this is a little inspection mirror with a telescoping arm. It's in the tool section at the dollar store. The last thing I'm going to show you also comes from the craft section, and it's these little wooden dowels in a 15 pack. So there's a lot you can do with wooden dowels on a model railroad. You can use them in scenery, you can use them for supports within buildings. The sky's pretty much the limit. You can cut these to all sorts of different sizes, you can paint them, you can do just all sorts of things. They can be bridge supports, they can do a lot of different things, and this is a 15 pack of them for $1. So that is wooden dowels. So that is it for this round of Dollar Store Model Railroad finds. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it inspires you to find bargains and deals on stuff that you can use on your model railroad. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and hit that bell icon so you don't miss any updates, including more Dollar Store Model Railroad finds. Until next time, I'm Jimmy from the DIY and Digital. Happy railroading.